Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, March the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And lots of quick action early on crude and unleaded. Please note, I am showing the May contract on unleaded, but I'm still on April on crude. Volume on unleaded has rolled. Volume on heating oil has rolled to May as well. But the crude volume is still on April. YM has a possible get in sync coming up in less than a minute. I'm at 40 seconds. And we can go back and take a look at crude oil and unleaded. And a new short on the YM. And that did trigger in, so the long is off the table. Still waiting for those last few seconds, and that I would say that's probably the open. Yeah, and so that put an order in at 9:08, and that went away. So far, it's still a get in sync. Stop at 46. Soybeans in a trade that had gone too far, so we're waiting for a new setup there. No setup on heating oil yet. And on the Russell, not an extreme open this morning. We did get a setup right on our start, or 12 seconds after our start time. Second bar was 14 seconds. A good chance that gave you a chance to get in. So 15 seconds, most likely that gave you a chance to get in. It has hit money management, and we are with stop at break even, 2016.7. That's Catapult Renko. And we get a long trade on the YM. It looks like at 9:28. Yes. And that's the trade we should be in now. Short never came back to the entry. And now we have a short 907, looks like. That short is now our active trade. Definitely stuck around the entry long enough, and there's another chance to get in. So, and a full stop out. So, YM not being nice to us this morning. Pound Aussie, on my chart anyway, picked up a trade 903.58. That did trigger in. Plenty of time to get into it. 78.51. That's hit target 1 and is now just kind of going a little bit sideways to see if it's going to continue on up or come back down. But stop should be at, since we've hit a target, it's going to stay at 52. The calculator's plotting it at 49. Actually, it looks like has it come up now? Yeah, still plotting at 49. But I would come to 51 with that, because that's still 3 or 4 positions on, so that's 9 to 12 pips worth of risk. And no, it hadn't stopped out quite yet. Got down to 51.6. Got down to 51.4. So still surviving. Okay, and there it goes. That's a one and done session on the pound Aussie. Okay, quickly back to crude. Back up here. This trade is before our start time. Five seconds. Well, actually, might have triggered in. So then that would have become a stop and reverse at 76, but still gets in. It hits money management and target 1. If it's a stop and reverse, it's worth 14 on the target and 1. Yeah, 74 is where it stopped out, so that would have been 77. If you got into the short trade, let's see, we went from 64 to 76, so that was 12, 24. So we're still down. It's a one and done if you didn't get in the short. If you did, 3, 2, 4 seconds to there. 9 seconds on that bar. Maybe not on that short. Out here, if not, if you didn't catch the short, then that long would definitely get you positive with 2 targets. Unknown finish then for crude oil. Unleaded. This stop and reverse spiked through in 6 and came back in 6 seconds. So not time enough to get a stop and reverse in. So all in the way you handle it. If it's too fast to get in on that one, I would have left it alone. Put my get in sync order in And if it came down and triggered, fine. If not, I would have stayed in the long, which actually ended up working out. Just missing target 2. And so would have been 1282 for the stop, and I would have been at 22 on the entry, I think. And the entry's at 21, but that's just one tick above the session high at the time. So I would have gone 22. So 22 to 82, getting 60 ticks. And that's not quite going to get, oh, wait a minute. That's 60 ticks on 2 positions. It's 120 ticks, and that would have been enough to make up for the 84 ticks lost back here. This would have been the first trade. That was a full loss. This short, 10 seconds, probably not tradable. And into the long. And that would be POQ. And yeah. Actually, no, that would not be POQ because you haven't hit a target. You need one more trade. But this trade would have sufficed for that, getting you to money management again. And a very small 1276 on the stop from, just that one tick break even. That's POQ on probably 3 trades. The loser and 2 money management trades, one of which was a solid win on the trailer getting up past target 1 and picking up 60 pips. Or 60 ticks there. Good morning, Miles. Okay. YM got a break-even long. Went up, just touched this money management, came back, lost a couple of ticks because of the major key level. So now we are in a short at 49. And that where's the 50? 50's, I would take that down to 47, and it just did trigger in at 47. So YM in a short. Go back and take a look at what Russell did. They got just a break even on that first short. Hard to tell if that one was that long trade was tradable or not, but full fixed position winner, and they trailed up just above the target 3 as well. So that's a win. Looks like it's unknown whether that hit the stop first or the entry. If it hit the entry, it's a losing trade if hit the stop. And it looks like it's, well, let's see. It would be a break even because it did touch target 1. So it's either a loser or a break even. Three seconds. Okay, definitely in on the second bar after the setup. And a break even trade. And then going up to target 2 and coming back. Short spiking to the entry and going immediately to the stop. Hopefully that was avoidable. Four seconds on the first bar. 3. So we'd have to have a pullback in there somewhere. Hitting target. And that's the trade we're currently in there. YM stopping and reversing at 73 to long. All right. And target 1 on the YM. So we have a break even, a small loss, a nice big target 1. That's going to get us positive, and the trailer here certainly will. And stopping out at 34,014. So 32 on the target and considerably more than that on the trailer. So that will get us POQ on the YM. And a nice trail on the long on the micro Russell. Now let's take a look and see what happened on the MNQ. Go back our 4 minutes and a bunch of bars. Okay, 9:34, which would actually be 8:34 exchange time. There's our start. That trade obviously has gone way too far since it's already trailing. And then our short at 9:35. 13 seconds on that bar. That's definitely one you'd have been able to get into. hitting target and a small trailer. Hitting 3 targets and a small trailer. That's a one and done on the MNQ. Second trade would have been a loser. Third trade, that's definitely in. And a small, it's a very small trailer, targets 1 and 2. Target 3 is probably your objective. So success on the MNQ. Pound Aussie MNQ. Looks like the Russell was successful. Let's go back and look at heating oil. We didn't wait for that to do anything. Looks like that definitely waited for us. Getting in, getting target and a little bit of a trailer. Let's blow that up and see what it looks like. Yeah, 2801 for the entry. There, and so that gets target 3. Definitely with time on it. So target 3, and that's another case. I'd go ahead and use the 2802 as a trailing stop once your fixed position target is hit. Not risk that extra pullback. Either one would have stopped out. So the next trade here, 33, 11 seconds. Very likely that you were able to get in, should have been able to get into. That bounces through to a, that may or may not have been too fast to catch, but possibly tradable. Trailing up beyond target forward to 28.94 from the entry at 28.42. So 52 ticks on the trailer. And target was worth 30 ticks. So 2 nice winners to open up. And you get a short that's going to go to full target. And nice, a very nice trailer. Plenty of time to get into that trade, and it is a huge winner. 3 wins, and I would definitely be done with that one. It's successful on heating oil, very successful on heating oil this morning. Questions? I'm not seeing any comments, and that bothers me. Okay, looks like soybeans ran way up. This would actually be our first trades add-on. And that's going to pick up the trailer and is still trailing. So all three targets on the add-on 3240. Yeah, it definitely should be in that trade. All the way from 6750. Current stop is at 7450. So 7 points so far on the trailer and still going. Getting 9, 15, and 20 points. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, no, that's ticks. I think. Yeah, entries to stop. Let's see. Yeah, those are ticks. So 9, 15, and 20 ticks on the fixed targets and still trailing. We're over 36. I say 9 points, so 36 points or 36 ticks so far on the trailer. 9 points at $50 a point. All right. There are a few more. Oops. Let's see if I've got a better chat now. I believe the start time on that micro Russell is 8:30 Central. On fast markets, you can wait 4 minutes on that, like we do with the micro NQ. And what I'm showing is I'm using Unirenko and basically mimicking the TradeStation custom Renko with a 1/3 offset. So should be showing basically the same chart that Troy is. Try to be consistent. All right. Soybeans stopped down at 74.75. So 37 ticks on the trailer on top of that's 24, 44 on the targets. That's net 11 points. 550 on the nine and a quarter points. So net of 20 and a quarter points at $50 a point for 4 positions, three targets, and the trailer 1 contract each. Very successful morning for soybeans. But yes, I would normally start the micro Russell at market open, or either that or wait 4 minutes. That's up to you, and test whichever one you test it, whichever way you want to use it. But with the volatility we've had of late, 4 minutes isn't a bad idea, and I didn't look at how it did then on that. So there would be 4 minutes. That one is an unknown. Would have been full loss or break even. That would have been a break even. That one's an unknown. That one's likely avoidable. It spiked to the entry probably too fast. And then the winning long. The question is, did you get a chance to get in, or did it go away too quickly? That one's probably an avoidable as well, spiking 2 ticks through the entry and then going back the other way. Six seconds to this top of this bar. That one probably got away too fast. And now we're setting session highs. So that's where we are currently. And let's see, the one we haven't looked at is unleaded gas on Catapult. Let's go back to 9:30. Actually, 8:45 is the start on that one. That one definitely went away too quickly. And the short, also untradeable. Long at 8:53. Pulls back, goes just to or through the target, and then pulls back. So most likely avoidable on the full stop out there. Short right at 9 o'clock. That one went too far too fast. So likely nothing tradable yet. 5 seconds, that's not tradable. Nice winner, but unfortunately not tradable. Another one not tradable. So catapult on the 20 range looking like it wouldn't have been tradable this morning. That one's 5 seconds to close above the entry and then going to stop. I would say that one's avoidable, hopefully. Okay, 12-second bar, but it looks like it went almost immediately through and just kept on going. Okay, that's same problem with that one. Went through our entry and just kept going. Now there's one that's definitely, yeah, that one's definitely in. And unfortunately is a full stop out. So that's the first actionable trade is a full stop out. And that's a half hour in. So the TA would probably could help the non-tradable, but you certainly want to be there to keep it from getting too excited. And the other side of it is, what kind of slippage you're going to get, and what your fills look like. Is it worth trying to trade those? But yes, there were a couple of really nice trades in there if they were tradable. But see, if you took it as tradable, or if you use the TA, you would have taken this trade, gotten a target and very small trailer. The short would have been a full loss. This long would have been a full loss. This short is break even. Okay, then you get to that one. So you take 2 full losses, a break even. Actually, you get a win, 2 losses, a break even, and then the strong winner. And that should be your POQ at that point. So yeah, it's possible that the TA would be helpful in that situation. The question you have to ask is, do you really, if the market's moving that fast that you can't execute trades, do you really want to be in that market? Do you want to take the risk of those first four trades before the big winner? At least the initial trade was positive, but then the 2 losses right behind that probably took you out of positive. And you had the break even and finally the winner, the big winner. But if the market doesn't actually make the move, you just get nickel and dime to death. So it looks like most everything was successful this morning. The only thing I haven't looked at is, okay, nothing to trade this morning on the micro BS catapult. No setups from 8:35 to 9 o'clock Central Time. Of course, my timestamps are Eastern. And let's see, what did crude do at 10? Neither one of those longs triggered. The short, 10:01. Oh yeah, plenty of time to get into that. That goes target 1 and target 2 for 13 and 21, 34 ticks. So one and done session at 10 a.m. on crude. And take a quick look at, yeah, volume is still on the April contract in crude. I would expect that it will roll over tomorrow. So lots of success this morning. Any other questions? Let's see what. Okay, the YM is coming up off of its session low, almost to the open last night, and session high at 31.44. Or yeah, 34.144. So 280 tick range this morning, or range today on the session today. And it looks like it solid uptrend setting up. It's not pushing hard, and it's got a lot of noise on it. A lot of reversing setups. Unleaded sitting right in along the same levels that it was when we were trading it this morning. Crude is actually up from where its winning trade was this morning. And the YM pushing up to the session open, or right at it, and getting just 17 ticks from the session open. Okay, not really much to look at this point. Do we have additional questions? Okay. Nobody's putting any questions in. I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more technical analysis with Romulus in the ACTA alert service, or in the VIP section of that. All right. Nothing much to see here. Everything's pretty much at POQ. I hadn't looked at bean oil lately. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what's wrong. Yeah. Need to move that over to the May contract. There we are. And in a trade early, so nothing to do this morning. Waiting for our first setup. It's a Catapult 22 tick range bar. Yep. Solidly on May. All right, folks. Unless there are questions this morning, I am going to wrap it up and get on with the projects that I have for today. I'm going to be a backpack trader and get in and get out and get on with life. So everyone have a wonderful afternoon, rest of the day. Good weekend. We will see everybody Monday morning. Troy should be regular schedule next week. Troy on Monday, me on Tuesday, Troy on Wednesday with the regular session and the crude oil report, and I'll be in on Thursday. Everyone have a good one. You have a good weekend yourself, Miles. See everybody next week.